Hello everyone. I know it's been a while. Okay, so I'm here to exalt us like always, and it's in a different way today because I received this in a different way. Okay, so I'll just tell us a quick story about my wristwatch, of which we'll be getting today's exhortation for. So this wristwatch is actually a new wristwatch that I just got. Then I noticed, okay, I fixed the time today, accurate time, then used it, but I didn't really check on it to check if the time is still accurate. Then later, when I picked up the wristwatch to check the time, I noticed that the time was not correct. Then I was like, okay, is the battery bad? Or maybe there's something wrong with it. I had to do it to the right time again. Then I left it. So yesterday, I now checked on the time again so that it's still not correct. So what's going on? So I had to set it back to the right time and check on it. I had to stay with it and just keep looking at it. At some point, it started ticking forward. Then even as it was ticking forward, it was not that obvious that it was ticking forward. Then I kept on looking at it. Then I noticed it was ticking backwards. Can you imagine that? It was taking backwards. When anybody come across touch wristwatch, it's very funny. Then when I just was like backwards with about, then I noticed. Then the Holy Spirit started telling me that. Do you know that as this wristwatch is turning backwards, it will not be accurate with time. It's working. Yes, it's working, but it's not going to be accurate with time. Maybe once in a while it might catch up with the normal time, but it's not going to be able to follow the normal time to keep going backwards and being in the wrong time. No matter how much you correct it, no matter how much you correct it, until something is done to that research before it can now work accurately. Then it comes down to our life as children of God. Those of us that are out there without God, we are taking backwards in the will of God. We are not in the way, we are going backwards. Or those of you believers that are not doing well in your secret place, then you say that okay, at some point you start praying, you start fellowshipping, you start going on consistently in your relationship with God. Then by God's grace, with the grace of God, you come back to the accurate time, you get that alignment back. Then you go back again, you leave that place of fellowship. You see that you begin to tick backwards. If you are not careful, you might not meet the time again. You might not be accurate again. You might not be aligned. It might be very difficult for you to come back into that alignment. Most importantly, we believers, if this can happen to a believer, what would be your lot as an unbeliever? Where are you placed? Are you following the time? You are going backwards. Said those who are led by the Spirit of God are the sons and daughters of God. Those who are led. Have you allowed yourself to be led by the Spirit of God? Accept Jesus into your life. Be led by the Spirit of God. And you believers too, you are supposed to be led by the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God will not condone laziness. The Spirit of God will not condone laziness. Yes, it's hard. Consistency is not easy. Yes, but there is grace. There is grace. May you not take backwards like the wristwatch because it will never be accurate with time. So never, maybe once in a while might catch up, but it's not going to be able to follow. Keep ticking backwards. Keep ticking backwards. Keep ticking back. It's working. Yes, it's working. But is it working accurately? Is it working in alignment? Is it working as it's supposed to work? Is it accurate with the time? You know, our life on earth is a time, is a timeline, is a time. Are you taking forward or you're taking backwards? Receive Christ into your life if you don't have him yet. If you have him, hold on to him in fellowship in all. So you remain aligned. It will not be that it will just be by mouth that you're a believer. I pray the Lord help us. Thank you.